Hey everybody, this is the Frustrated Canadian, and today I'm going to be doing a noob's guide or idiot's guide or just a guide on how to start your Cities Skylines series. So to start a new city, it's pretty basic and it won't take a lot of effort, but there are a few things that you need to be aware of as you start a new city. The first thing you need to be aware of is the amount of money you have. Always start the game, for me, I always like to start it on pause. So you can toggle the pause just by pressing your space key. And the first thing you need to do, so you don't really have anything unlocked, so the first thing you always want to do is unlock your first road. So you can do that by placing a small bit of road and then deleting it. This allows you to have all these other options upgraded. So what we're going to do is there is a little bit of stuff already pre-made. We're going to go in on the straight, and for some reason it looks like my game wants me to go into the air. I don't know what that was. That was weird. And we're going to go straight out. So it doesn't matter really how far you take it. Just be cognizant of that money. So we see we're going up into a hill here. So my first step always is to build the layout of how I want my city to look. So we are going to build out an area just like this. You're going to go, so let's say however many you want, but like maybe go 4, also 1, 2, 3, 4 out to the right, and you're going to come up to the top point where you finished off your roads. It looks like that is a oh, the game is not showing me. Well, that's not very useful, hey? Just like that. And then we're going to do a road here. So depending on what your gaps are, I like to have no gaps at the start because you want to maximize the usage of your area when you start a new city on Cities Skylines. So the goal here is just to maximize the area being used. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to come across, and we're only just going to do 3 going on the other direction here. Just like so, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to maximize our use. Just like so. So the reason you want to do this is we're going to have a residential area here on the right. We're going to have industry area on the left, and then it'll basically, because when an industry area is built, you're going to have a lot of problems with pollution. So you want to make sure you're not going to have a ton of pollution. So next you're going to want to toss down a little bit of water, because you would need to have an inlet and an outlet. So when you're looking at it here, you can see this is the flow of the water. The pointy arrow shows direction, so it's flowing bottom to top here. So you're going to want to put your inlet here and your outlet here, just to make sure that you don't cause any issues with your pollutions. Because if you're giving people sewage water, they're not going to be the happiest citizens in the world. I certainly wouldn't want to be drinking poopy water, so I know you wouldn't either. So there you go. Easy enough. So like, starting off your city is very straightforward, and this isn't going to be a guide where we're not going to be using anything crazy like I'm hoping that we're not going to need any loans. There's 19,000. See, like, we're almost running out of money now, as you can all see at this point. You're going to keep this far away from anything that can cause issues. So we're going to do this, cross to there. See, we're almost out of money now. 3,000 money. So now you're going to start zoning in. So this is all going to be residential, right here. Let me just turn this music down a little bit. This got a little too hyped up for me there. There we go. And so yeah, you're gonna do your residential on the right, and you can even zone in this, and you're gonna do some commercial. So you're gonna do half of your commercial here, because this is our main street, right? So you want to make sure you're not overdoing it. So you're gonna click down here, and you're gonna actually drag and drop the amount of area you want. And we're gonna do it on the other side as well. And this will actually create a buffer zone. So now that we're gonna do our industry here on the far left, and this is near our power plant as well. If this is near people, they will get sick immediately. And what we're going to do just to finish it off here, we're going to go one more, come down, across, and we're going to do one more little zone in here. And you will go negative gold, or money, don't worry. It happens. And we're just going to do one more power line across, just like that. And we're going to start. What you're going to do is you're just going to fast forward immediately. So these are both connected to power. You have some power by generation. And you're going to have people starting to move in. And this is connected to here. So these people will be getting this. So if you look, you can click on this and you can see that, yep, this power line is indeed connecting to here and here. And just so you have a little bit of reference as to what some of the other things are. So we have here, this is our economy tab. So when you open this, you can take a loan, but you have to make it to the first milestone. And you can increase your budgets, decrease budgets, just to kind of counter the money. And you can take taxes. Yeah, and tells you how much money you're making. So we're starting to make some money on taxes ever so slowly. And to know if you're going to survive to the next spot, like you see here, I'm negative money. I can't build anything. I can't take a loan. But if you look here, we only need a population of 500 to get to the next level, which will get us taxes and loans. But this guide is a loan-free guide, so you will not be taking out any loans. You'll be making it to the first stage of growing your city and getting yourself into a little hamlet. So let's go back into this and we'll fast forward and I'll explain a little bit more. So as people do move in, your traffic will come in. So you don't see any cars yet, but it's because people are actually moving in from out of the city. So as this area starts to build up and cars will start to come off the highway into your area, you'll start to see people actually driving on your roads. So right now we just have nobody. There's nobody in town. Nothing really crazy going on yet. Let me just do something here. I just don't want a light junction there or there. So yeah, so I thought I saw a car coming in, but no cars coming in yet. We do have some industry being built. We are negative 4,000, but again, I am not worried about this. Oh, our first cars are coming in. Very exciting. We have our first cars coming in. And this is a very, very generic, easy layout to start all of your cities. I hardly ever fail with this method because by pre-planning your city out, pausing, and then just letting it grow because you've already zoned in everything, you have your water pipes. So as you can see here again, our water pipes cover everything, so everyone's going to get water and sewage. Plenty of room for people to grow and expand. Plenty of room for industry to grow. You're in a good spot. So as you can see here on the bottom right, we're up to 364, and we are actually starting to generate some profit. So we're no longer losing $1,500, we're actually gaining a little bit of money. And if you look back into our taxes, look at this. We're starting to get taxes from all the different areas, and they're counterbalancing our loss of money. So we are actually starting to generate a profit. And this is a very quick way to start your city. You're not losing any money. But you do lose some money, but now you're actually generating a profit. And now you don't have to do anything. You sit and wait. Once we hit 500 population, we do actually receive, I believe it's 15,000. I can't remember how much money exactly we receive just from leveling up, but we'll find out in a second. So we had negative 3. Now we're at 16. And your first level up will get you to the little hamlet designation of a town. So you get taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education, and a couple of specialized buildings such as landfills, schools, clinics, and recycling centers. So now you see we have positive money, so that's from leveling up to a new city. Well, the first thing you're going to do when you get to this point is you're going to come into the economy tab. You're going to go over to taxes, and you're going to increase your taxes for all zones 12%. So 12% across the board. If you go too high, you'll cause people to get pissed off, and they will want to move out. You'll have less people moving into the city because they don't want to pay taxes. And if you go too low, you're just not going to make any money. So this is a balancing act. So if you do have really low taxes, people will move in faster. If you have really high taxes, people will move out, or you have less people moving in. So just to make sure that you're cognizant of what is going on here. So you have your residential, your commercial, and then your industry taxes here. All right. So now that we've got that money out, and I guess one more thing to mention here is, so if you increase the budget on these, so say you increase the budget of your power to 120%, that increases your effectiveness of your power. So if you click on this, you can see we have 40 watts. So if I came into that power and increased it to 110%, coming out of this, we should be able to see that here. Unless I'm just totally lying right now. Is that what I clicked on? Hold up. Wait, oh, I think I just saw that something changed. So I did, yeah, power. Oh, I did nighttime power. That was the problem. Okay, daytime power. Because we're only doing a daytime map right now. So if we do 110% on power, now you're going to see we had 40, 43. So you see a change, which is the important thing. But we're just going to keep it down at 100% because there is no need to go higher. And then a loan. So you can take out a $20,000 loan, a $60,000 loan, and a $200,000 loan. These are depending on where you are. But the problem with this is you do have to pay interest, 5%. So if you do this, you'll be paying back 21,000, paying back 66,000 for 6,000. So this is a waste of your money. So our next step here, now that we're starting to get our city growing, we can probably delete these power lines. We have those connecting there, is we're going to get a dump. So what I like to do with dumps is I like to go into the roads, basic roads, come in, scroll over and go to dirt road, and I like to build it a little removed because this is a dump. You don't really want, like, it's not going to look good. So you're just going to kind of have this nice little spot. Oops. You're going to create a nice little spot, excuse me, where you're going to toss your dumps. So we'll just do a dump here. Oh, I didn't make that wide enough. Hold on 1 second. One small mistake there, just like so. We're gonna go into our dump, and you're gonna build 1 dump, and we'll probably be able to build 2 dumps, but that'll cost extra money for now. So you can plan ahead and build a second one later, if you need to. So you get what you could do to separate this off is you could do this, take that road, and put it right through the center like so, and you can symmetrically have a second dump. We're not gonna do it right now. We do need a medical clinic because, as you can see, we have some sick people starting to show up in town. So we're going to toss a little medical clinic in here. And we don't have enough money for school. So this is where we're going to toss on a little fast forward. And we're going to let our city continue to grow. So we have the taxes, we have a dump, and we're going to have a school. Oh, there we go. We have a school. We have a nice little elementary school. Let's toss it right there in the middle. So the reason you wanted education and better schools, obviously education is very important for your citizens. And being able to upgrade that and make people happy is a very important thing. So this is a very quick guide. Maybe we'll do a little bit more here just to show you guys how I would grow a city. This is a very nice little guide to start it out. If you are curious about another series where I actually have grown to a city of, I believe it's 60,000 citizens so far, check out my Winfield series. I will link it in the bottom of the video, and I will put it into the video here. You can click on the link that will be showing up on the screen. And it's quite a city. I've grown. I did the same kind of startup, maybe a little bit different. We have some nice transit growing up. We have just quite a nice little city growing up on that one. So I'll just show you guys this final bit, Worthy Village. We've reached a population of 1,000 already. So this is how easy it is to start your first city. It doesn't take very long. You don't have to take out massive loans, and you can just grow quickly. And then once you've grown your city, the world is yours. Your Cities Skylines. This is the beautiful thing about Cities Skylines. You can grow anything you want, anywhere you want, do whatever you want, and just feel good about your city. This is a creative game. This is all about expressing how you want things to go. So what we've unlocked here with our Worthy Village, we've unlocked a new area. So I'll show you guys what that is. We have districts, policies, and more loans. So district would be zoning in, so zonation. We have a fire department, a police department, and some unique buildings. Get some new industry specializations, residential specializations, commercial specializations, policies, and a couple of new buildings. And the unique buildings we did unlock, which we won't get for a long time, is we got these unlocked, but we can't get that because you need a population of 46,000, so it's not really relevant to where we are right now. If you're curious about what we'll get when we get to the next village, we actually go to a tiny town, 1600. Look at that, you just unlock so much new stuff. It's quite amazing, and look how much money we have here now. So the first thing I do want to do is get a fire hall, because look at this, it's just fire central over here, and we'll get a nice little police hall in here as well. Make our people happy, and we're out of money again, typical. This is how it goes. But as you see, we're making a lot of money. $2,000, you're making some pretty good bank. One way I would recommend growing your city now, in my personal view, is what I would do is, let me just fix this because we're not going to have any water in a second. We don't need this power line anymore either because we're all aware. You can see, I'm going to do this a little bit different. So if we take this guy and we just go right across here, oops, right across in the center here. Look at that, now you just get a water pipe going over. And this is where you can start tossing your own creativity, your own spin, and just start making the city your own. This game is not about following, like, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing on this. This game is all about putting your own spin and designing something that would make you happy with something where would you want to live? You want to live in a city like this? That's the goal of this game. Where could you see yourself living? What do you want to design? How does it look? What makes it special compared to other cities? And I think I was going to show you guys, we have police, we have fire, so this will stop any fires, dumps, healthcare. So this is where unique buildings sit. We can't afford any of them, nor do we have the ability to get them yet. Policies, so, oh yeah, I'll show you things. So if you zone, this is a zoning tool, so you can paint it in. And if you want to toss a specialization, there's some industry specializations here, residential and commercial, office ones. There's a lot of different specializations to make things a lot better. And I guess I'll show, before we end this video, just to give you guys a final kind of tip and trick on how to start your city and just how to get things rolling and how to understand what's happening with your city. At the top left, there's this little bar called Info Views. You should click on this, and then you can see what exactly is happening. So you start off with your power. So this is your electricity tab. It'll show you what the power usage is and how much production. So you can see I'm getting to a point where my coal-fired power plant is not quite producing as much as I need it to. So I may need to upgrade. So you see we're starting to get a little bit low power with more people moving in. The next thing we have here is water. So this shows you the hydrology around your area. So you see we have a river coming off here. There's another river coming over here. And it tells you what your capacity is and how much you're using of that capacity. Next is your landfill usage. So your landfill will fill up as you go. So you see we're already 3% full for the small town. But as you level up, you will unlock things such as incinerators and other things that will allow you to have better garbage removal and disposal and stuff like that. Next, you have education. So we'll be able to build high schools, universities, libraries, but for now we just have junior highs and it doesn't cover a large area. You can see these green roads indicate how much of a reach it has. So in this school, I believe is probably full, 224 out of 300, so a fairly full school. Next, we have our happiness. So you can see some unhappy people, but you build parks. We can't build them yet. This is not quite where we're at yet, but you can build parks and you can increase the happiness. And the happier the people are, the more these buildings will level up. Assistant health. So the reason we put our coal and industry far away is because if it's close to your end of your people, they will get sick and it'll cause your healthcare to clog up. So you need to make sure you do that properly. We will need to do death care at some point. You will unlock it. We haven't unlocked it where we are yet. Because we're a relatively young city. This is levels. We haven't unlocked that yet. Wind. So if you decided you wanted to do a different type of power, so you could do wind power. Just toss one power plant. You can see 6 megawatts, 8 megawatts, 5 megawatts, like 5. Like you just need to make sure you put these in the proper spot. And we're running out of power here a little bit, which is okay. You can just increase the budget if you really needed to. Next we have traffic. This shows you high density traffic or high traffic spots. So we currently have a traffic flow of 82% and most of our traffic is coming through here. As you can see very obviously, it's a high traffic spot between these two spots. Next is pollution. So again, like I said, pollution, you're gonna get a lot of pollution. And if this goes near people where you live, they're gonna get sick, they're gonna die, they're gonna be upset, so you don't wanna have them too close. Next is noise pollution. Again, this is also bad for your citizens because you don't want them to get sick from noise pollution. As you can see, it's quite loud by where you have residential industry. So these are all gosh, what's the word? Density commercial. So the commercial zones, like if you have commercial zones, loud. Industry, obviously very loud, not ideal. Fire hazard. Trees obviously are a fire hazard, so pretty self-explanatory. Oh, we already upgraded levels. Yeah, but it's okay. Like you guys can read through this. You can get parks, industry areas. If you do check out my other series, you'll see all these things without needing to listen to this. We have burglaries and stuff. So this is what the police are for, just to help you figure it out. Population-wise, tells you adults, youth, seniors, families. We don't have seniors right now because we're a very small city. Outside of connections, this is like people, these cars coming into your city. This is what they're getting. So these guys are bringing in agriculture products, petroleum products, etc., etc. Land value, so the more parks you have, the higher land value you get, the higher level your buildings level up. This will show you your resources. So I'm using a map called Plains or something, I can't remember. It's a custom map, and you can see there's oil, natural or minerals, grass, lands, so farmland, and then green would be trees or forestry. Districts, not really relevant. Parks, we don't have any parks built, so you won't see any leisure on this. And then we have a bunch of other things that are not quite relevant to where we are right now. One final thing is this level. So you level up your towns. So by having more services for your city, you will level up your people's living areas. which makes them happier, which makes you more money. So by building, say, like for residential, if I want to build a park, fire hall, schools, high schools, transit, all these things will level these people up into the next level. So I hope this has been a very eye-opening video for everybody. If you haven't, or you're new to Cities Skylines and you've come from a Steam sale, or you were gifted a copy, or you're just new to the game, or even if you're not new to the game and you just want to learn how to start your city very quickly, I hope this is a very insightful video. Hope you learn a lot from it, and I hope I was able to help. So feel free to drop a comment down below if you have any questions, like the video, and subscribe for more Cities Skylines content. I appreciate you stopping by. This is the Frustrated Canadian, and I am out of here. Here's everybody.